Welcome to the Deep Dive. Get ready for your weekly look into the HBE community's most epic plays, and let's be real, their most chaotic fumbles.
Absolutely. We're not just recapping games here, folks.
No way, we're pulling back the curtain on the wild, unpredictable, but kind of surprisingly tight-knit family that is HBE.
Think of it less as like a gaming community and maybe more of a highly competitive, highly dramatic therapy group. With controller support, obviously.
Exactly. This week, we're unpacking some truly unhinged moments. We got the receipts directly from the Discord messages.
Yeah, you're going to get a shortcut to understanding the vibrant, maybe slightly chaotic heart of this community.
And we're going to discuss these HBE members like we're casting an actual Rocket League match. You know, play-by-plays of their most outlandish moments.
Oh, definitely. We're talking the legendary Ping Wars, the mysterious Debo's soap saga, though maybe we save that rabbit hole for later.
Yeah, good call. But we are diving into a server-wide philosophical cage match that honestly would make Plato blush.
Get ready for some high-octane banter, folks.
All right, let's kick things off. Segment 1. The server's Wild West general chat shenanigans.
Okay, set the scene.
Right, so imagine this. A totally normal, casual conversation about dating pops up in the hashtag general chat. Seems harmless, right?
You'd think so, but this is HBE we're talking about.
Exactly. This thing somehow, reverse swept into an all-out, server-wide, philosophical cage match.
It's kind of fascinating how quickly that happens here, isn't it? A simple topic just explodes into this massive ethical debate.
It really shows the sheer range of perspectives in HB. It's never just about Rocket League, is it?
Never. So leading the charge, or maybe scoring a spectacular own goal, depending on your view, was NASA.
NASA. He launched this, full-on monologue. His big point, OnlyFans is basically selling your soul.
Pretty strong stance. Bold opening move.
Very bold. A strong moral declaration. But then,
Yeah.
then the replay started rolling in, and this is where it gets really good.
Oh, yeah. We started learning about NASA's personal quirks, like glazing his legs.
Glazing his legs? What does that even mean?
I honestly have no idea. And flexing in Walmart just to embarrass his mom. Standard stuff, you know.
Right, standard. But then came the plot twist.
The big one. The revelation that NASA apparently asked ET3CK for feet pics.
Wait, what? Feet pics? You kidding me? How does that line up with the whole selling your soul argument?
It doesn't really. It adds a layer of, well, complexity, let's say.
Complexity is one word for it. That's just, wow. You really can't make this stuff up.
It kind of highlights that challenge in online spaces, right? Try to keep your public persona straight when, your history is kind of out there.
Totally. The tension between what you say online and, reality, a masterclass in public perception maybe, and the family lore, it didn't stop there.
Oh, not even close. NASA also just casually mentioned that he and his brother hit that whole friend group.
He just dropped that in chat.
Yep. And that his recent talking stage was, wait for it, his brother's ex's best friend.
Hold on, his brother's ex. Oh my, wait, no, ex's best friend. Okay, PHW.
Still pretty wild territory, though.
Yeah, still wild, but okay, slightly less soap opera. Slightly.
And Mint, our co-owner, ever the sharp commentator, just drops the quote of the week on NASA.
What was it?
We're on his off.
Oh.
This is his content. Just brutal.
Oof. A direct hit. Highlighting the irony perfectly, the general chat is the content.
Then swooping in with the precision of a, perfectly timed aerial attack. Swanky.
The owner steps in.
And deploys what you can only call a feminist missile defense system. She gave a masterclass on human psychology, jealousy, the dangers of shaming women for out-earning you.
Wow, and she brought personal experience into it, too.
Yeah, that really grounded it. She mentioned she has a bestie who does OnlyFans, and Swanky even helped with her page graphics. She really emphasized her friend's generosity and kindness. Made it real.
That adds weight. And she didn't hold back on the blame game either.
Nope. Straight up said, if you want to blame anyone for the success of OF, it's men. They support it.
Direct hit.
And her counterpoint was clear. Morals are subjective, and it's about not judging someone for their own life decisions. A really critical strike in the debate.
Okay, so the debate's raging, then Mint jumps back in.
Oh, Mint wasn't done. He decided to drop, a tactical nuke on the whole discussion.
Oh, no.
Declared that the military is worse than sex work.
Whoa, okay, that's a comparison. What was the logic there?
His reasoning was, at least strippers don't get court-martialed. Something about the literal contract signing away your rights and, being sent to murder people.
Heavy stuff.
And he capped it off with, Joining the military is the male equivalent of becoming a stripper, and there's nothing wrong with either. Just threw that grenade right in.
That definitely took the conversation sideways, and Swanky agreed with him on parts of that.
Yeah, which is interesting. She brought up her dad almost getting sent to the brig for leaving duty to see her born,
Wow.
and her brother nearly facing charges after his house got robbed. All to back up the idea that, yeah, military service involves giving up certain rights.
It just shows how tangled these things get, right? Pushes people to challenge assumptions, even if it's messy.
Super messy, but that's HBE. Then Nofria tried to jump in.
The moral sniper. What was his angle?
She started kind of cautiously,
Yeah.
I don't support OF. But good hustle, though. Classic HBE hedge.
Love it. But he went further.
Yeah, doubled down on it being not morally right to me because of religious beliefs, but then Mint, with the quick scope,
Oh.
points out Nofia's anime watch list.
Oh no, the anime watch list defense. What did Nofia say?
He kind of just had to admit, doesn't mean I follow them all.
Yeah.
Caught red-handed. Consistency is optional in Gen Chat, clearly.
Clearly. And what about the peanut gallery? Prozacs? Nolan?
Krozak's just deliver the ultimate gamer wisdom. If I wanted to read a book, I would. He just wants to play the game.
Pigeon, never change, Prozacs.
And Nolan, bless him, tried to be the peacemaker.
Yeah.
But somehow got roped into Mint's wild idea of monetizing their group chat as premium content.
Because honestly, who wouldn't pay to read this stuff?
Right. It shows how even the mediators get sucked into the HBE vortex. But the final word, it had to come from SwankyBot.
The AI has spoken. What pearls of wisdom?
Pure, exhausted, sarcastic wisdom. Sometimes I wonder if y'all even play Rocket League anymore, or if this is just a therapy server with controller support.
Nailed it. That bot gets it. This whole thing just shows how online communities can flip from, like, casual chat to deep philosophy in seconds. Shows the real messy humans behind the usernames.
Absolutely. Okay, ready to move on.
Yeah, let's switch gears. Next up, tournament troubles and ping power plays. This week kicked off with, let's call it the Great Ping Wars, round 2.
Ah, the ping, the sound that haunts Discord admins everywhere. And our own Swanky, the owner, was right in the thick of it.
She accidentally pinged everyone. We're all testing for the upcoming tournament.
Yep, the randomized 3v3 tournament, it's July 6th, 3 p.m. EST, by the way. Open to all ranks, random teams. Should be fun.
If people survive the pings, Swanky was so apologetic. Sent out that message. I am so sorry if everyone is getting pinged. I thought I blocked views while I was testing. You can feel the panic.
Totally, especially for Swanky, She put so much time into this community, founding leagues, orgs, events. The last thing she wants is to annoy everyone with pings.
Exactly. But the tournament itself sounds cool. Random teams, prizes, like a special role, icon, Hall of Fame spot. They just need 21 plus players.
Yeah, should be a good time. Shout out to Greninja for politely bowing out because of holiday plans.
Yeah.
Classy move.
Very classy. But the real hero, the MVP of the Ping Wars,
Yeah.
the newly crowned Ping King, is Young Sav 55.
Young Sav, who had a bit of a rough week himself, landed in the hospital.
He sliced his hand open on a fan.
Apparently he was putting ice in a fan and the bag got stuck, and bam, hand met blade. Just awful luck.
Unbelievable. But even with a busted hand, he still managed to accidentally sign himself up to cast the tournament.
With a broken headset, no less. Then backed out like, quote, he hit yes in a hostage situation.
Only in HBE. Serious.
But then Mint, our co-owner, decided to make a power play.
Of course he did.
Tried to revoke everyone's ping privileges.
Ugh.
But specifically, targeting Young Sav.
Why?
Mint's official statement. I hate rights.
He actually said that. I hate rights. Wow.
Direct quote. But the community wasn't having it. They rallied.
A well-oiled machine. What happened?
Bronze 3, Picklesaw led the charge. Started the hashtag. Hashtag give Young Sav ping rights again.
Amazing. Did it work?
It did. After some drama, Swanky made this big, playful announcement restoring Young Sav's ping rights.
So he got his rights back.
He did, anointed the Ping King and the official awakener of HBE. The decree was literally, long may he ping. Oh yeah.
It's epic. A true comeback story. Shows the community power, right?
Definitely. Even in chaos, there's some kind of justice. But the admin drama didn't end there.
Oh, more antics.
We had the ongoing Krozak versus Mint saga. They're enemies to lovers arc, apparently.
Okay.
Krozak got timed out by Mint and started screaming, hashtag abuse of power.
Standard Krozaks. What was Mint's defense?
Basically, do you know how much damn money I've put into this thing, Elmao? I've spent easily 500 plus true bots. The price of adminship, I guess. Shows the investment, at least.
Fair enough. And what about Eric's? Still fighting the system.
Still battling the scrimbot, getting stuck on loading screens, reading little bubbles. You know the struggle.
Oh, I know it well.
But Swanky, being Swanky, offered to hop on a call, screen share, help him figure it out. Shows the staff dedication and, yeah, the commitment to help each other, even with tech nightmares.
Totally. This whole ping saga, the admin stuff, it really highlights that weird balance in HBE, doesn't it? Power, community, chaos.
It's messy, but somehow it works. The community voice actually matters. It's like a managed chaos.
Managed chaos, I like that. Okay, let's shift to the teams. Rocket League, roster roulette, team highlights, and lowlights. First up, Team Shenron, the masters of inconsistency.
Yeah, Shenron's schedule is basically a myth. Goom Jizzle's always got an excuse. Always moving, always working, even drop lines in chat about wasting my whole paycheck on drugs.
You gotta appreciate the honesty. Maybe. Jackson Ledford, poor guy, the captain. Trying to wrangle them.
Heroic efforts.
Yeah.
Probably futile, but heroic. You could almost hear the sighs. And no one was playing tech support for Jackson's laptop.
Yeah, apparently it's got integrated graphics, runs Rocket League like a potato.
Yeah.
The dedication to even try gaming on that, wow.
But here's the kicker. Despite all that, they had no wins, but almost every match was close to OT.
Seriously, how?
Individual skill, maybe. Goom Jizzle hit C1 Div 2 peak, Ray's got D1 in ones. So the talent's there, just not the scheduling synergy. Their resilience is kind of admirable.
Wild. Okay, next. Fenrir's roller coaster. Lots of changes there.
Big time. Cheddar left. Then Grand Admiral Thrawn stepped down as captain, said his 9 to 5 and rematch team took too much time.
Real life interfering with Rocket League. The eternal struggle.
Totally. Plus, ET3CK had internet problems. They struggled with practice schedules. Basically, barely scraped together a roster.
Sounds tough. How'd they do?
They apparently sweat harder than a Greek god in therapy, but lost in playoffs. Still, HBE is so proud of them. A real underdog story.
Gotta respect the effort. Okay, Nike's identity crisis. What's their deal?
Well, first off, Carsazegan dropped. Bit of a mystery there.
Ouch.
But the main thing is their open relationship with leagues. Myth wanted out of KRLS. Fry wanted to focus on TPES.
Internal debates.
Big time. Lemur was apparently trying to mediate their internal Shark Tank pitch session.
Huh. So what happened?
TPS 3v3 is locked in. KRLS got, quote, ghosted like your last situationship. So a strategic pivot, maybe a bit dramatic, shows the team pressures.
Definitely dramatic. Okay, now for a sadder note. Jormungandr's existential threat.
Yeah, this one's tough. Unfort just disappeared, vanished. Left the server zero warning, like a Thanos snap.
Wow, just gone.
Just gone. Chromeo's morning in chat said, this might be my last season too. Really raises the question, is HBE Jormungandr going extinct?
Man, that's rough. Shows how fragile these teams can be.
It really does. Though, even amid the gloom, Blessed was apparently dodging wasps like RL demos.
Gotta keep your mechanics sharp, even during existential crises.
And somehow the team got overpaid. Swanky's gonna claw back eventually. Some things never change.
Never change. Okay, finally, JT. They're returned.
JT's back, re-emerging like a Rocket League cicada after ghosting his team for a whole season. Now he's LFT, wants ones and free play.
A cicada. Perfect description. Didn't Swanky try to help him before?
Yep. She set him up with a whole ass team, apparently.
Sure.
But it disbanded due to no response from JT himself.
Oh, JT. Talk about fumbling the ball.
Right. Shows me a communication, dedication. Even with community support, the players got to show up. Answer the pings, JC.
Answer the pings. Phew. Okay, what a week. Seriously. From philosophy debates to ping wars to roster chaos.
It really is a microcosm of life, isn't it? Just faster and with more explosions. SwankyBot was right.
Totally. Therapy server with controller support. It fits perfectly for all the madness, the drama, the just sheer absurdity. There's this real connection there.
It feels like a family. A very loud, chaotic, but ultimately supportive family.
Exactly. Which brings us to the big question, maybe. Why? Why does this chaotic environment feel more like a family than just some random gaming server?
Yeah, what is it about HBE arguing about morals 1 minute, accidentally pinging everyone the next, losing fingers to fans that actually builds these deep connections instead of just, like, falling apart?
What can we, the listeners, learn from this about community, maybe resilience, humor, finding the connection in the chaos?
Maybe it is the shared chaos, the vulnerability, the fact that under it all, they actually do care. It's definitely something to think about.
For sure. All right, that's our deep dive for this week.